Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome if you are new to my channel where we talk about books, manga, or sometimes I do vlogs. But for today's video, I'm going to be really negative. So I always try to be positive, but this manga really got me mad for a lot of different reasons. There's a lot of really bad things on this one and I wanted to talk about it. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to use it to hold the microphone. Anyways, timeline in this doesn't exist. There is zero timeline. There's just the first meeting of the characters, and after that there's two other meetings for the characters. The thing that really bothered me and got me to not like this, I mean I was already not liking it, but that part just, I wanted to throw this against the wall. So let's start timeline. Again, there's nothing. There's just, after that first meeting, there's we don't get to know how long it has been for her to go meet with him again. So the way they meet is at a club. The first time they meet is at a club. She is dragged into a room to do drugs for some reason, and she is a feisty character. She doesn't let the guy take advantage of her, so she literally grabs a chair and smashes on this guy's head. And then in that moment, the male character comes in, saves her, and let's say it's a 5-minute type of interaction. After that, she goes to return a jacket which he gives him, which he gives her in the first meeting. She goes to return that, and that's the second time they meet. Let's say that interaction was 30 minutes, which we don't get to see. We just see her go inside his office house, I have no idea, and then she comes out. So she's leaving after this second time they meet, and then the guy gets shot in the eye, right? That's like, the author did this to create some sort of tension between the characters and to create the reason for the third time they are going to meet, which is he calls her in the middle of the night after he got shot, right? Because this character, what's her name? So after Judy sees Oya get shot in the eye, she's like really worried for some reason. You don't know the guy, what's going on. So she's worried. He calls her in the middle of the night. She goes to meet him, which, okay, go to the house of the person that got shot. And why are you worried? That's my issue. Why are you worried? My issue is, why are you worried about him? You don't know anything about him. You just met the guy. And okay, well, that was the third time they met. After that, they start making out. based in what I'm reading, based on the things, the interactions the mangaka decided to show us. That's how long you've known each other, in my opinion. And in the fourth time you meet, you decide to confess your feelings. You decide to declare your undying love for him after only knowing each other for 2 hours. Seriously, I don't get it. I don't get it. Just like I don't know anything about them, they don't know anything about each other. It's really upsetting because this is supposed to be a romantic manga. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is supposed to be a romantic manga. In a romantic anything, movie, book, manga, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, there needs to be a falling in love process. There needs to be the first meeting, the other meetings, but just show us the interactions of the falling in love with each other. You cannot just 3 times, the 4th time, I'm already in love with you. It takes time. Unless you're telling me this is a love at first sight, then there's another reason why I don't like it. I've said this before, but I don't like love at first sight type of stories. I don't believe in the romance in those, because to me it just doesn't make sense. For me to believe that you actually like this person, I want to see the process of falling in love with them. And with this one, there's nothing of that. We don't see them, not only do we not see them interacting with each other in a coupley way, I don't know, we don't see the process of them falling in love with one another, at least liking each other, or at least getting to know one another. We don't see any of that, and that's why I'm really upset. Other than the other things that I've said, this is the part that got me. I gave up the first time I tried to read it when I got to that part, because it's how I just don't understand. And I would get it if this was a one-shot type of story, but it's not. This is a series, and I just don't understand how is it that you had your characters confess their feelings by the end of the 2nd chapter when you don't even show us anything. There's literally, within the first to the 2nd chapter, there's nothing that indicates that they are falling in love with each other. There just isn't. To me, this felt like the author wanted to create a hentai. Let's be honest. This has no plot. There's no romance, in my opinion, in this. So after they confessed, which is the end of the 2nd chapter, the 3rd chapter, they're already doing the 30. They're at his apartment and they're doing it. And not only do I not believe that you two are not in love, don't actually love each other, but I also gets me back to thinking to the first couple of times they met. Whenever the girl Yuri sees him, she looks at him and like her hoo-ha, if you know what I'm talking about, it starts to throb. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the 2nd time they're meeting. She's leaving, and he kisses her, and then her hoo-ha starts throbbing. And in my opinion, the author is just telling me that this Yuri is just horny. If you have read this, let's be honest. Yuri is just horny, looking to get some vitamin D. The other guy, I don't know what are his motives. I don't believe that he loves her, because again, they don't know anything about each other. And I'm just repeating myself, and I know that. And I think I'm just going to end this here. No, let's end it being positive. Let's be positive. Let's be positive for a little bit, and let's talk about the two things that I actually liked about this one. The first one, that's easy. I like the cover. It's a really nice cover. I like the color palette. This pose that they are doing, it's really pretty. I liked it. The second thing that I like, it's inside here. I know it's not the story or the characters. This is written poorly. I really wished they would have brought something. This is a josei, and we are recently getting a lot of josei, but this, I cannot believe this got published, to be honest. There's a lot other mangas similar to this one, with a better romance, with a better plot, and I just, I'm really disappointed. Again, not like anyone cares about my opinion, but I just really wanted to express them. So let's go back to the positive. And the last positive thing that I liked is this one. Where is it? Right here. The last panel. The last page. Because the last page on this thing. Not only because it ended my suffering, but also, look at this. I completely forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but this is only my opinion. If you liked this manga, if there's anything you liked about this, and if you disagree with me, that's okay. That's totally fine. There's something for everyone. Everyone likes different things. And if you are someone that liked this manga, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you found something to like about this. That's it. I just don't want anyone to feel offended by what I said, because I know there's a lot of people that actually like this. Just keep it out there. Anyways, what else can I say other than the fact that I don't like this? In case it wasn't clear, I don't like this. I don't plan on buying the other volumes. I don't care about the story. I don't care about the characters. I just don't care anymore. Once this is out, I don't care anymore. I really want to read you guys. When they meet again, she finds herself irresistibly drawn to him. Kicking up a seamy and dangerous love affair that threatens to consume her body and soul. After the attack at the party, Yuri goes to see Oya to thank him for saving her as much as she hates to admit it. Oh, this is so ridiculous. However, when tragedy strikes, Judy attempts to turn her back on Oya and his dangerous lifestyle for good. But will the allure prove too great to resist? That's what it says. It sounds good. Let's be honest. It sounds good. But once you start to read it, everything that says on the back, it doesn't happen. So it says that she doesn't want to go thank him. But in the panel that we see her in her college class, she's talking with her friend, telling her she's thinking about going to meet with him to thank him for saving her. And how is it that in the back it says that, even though in the back it says she hates to admit it, that she's thankful to him for saving her. She hates to admit it. And no, the way I read it, the girl was super excited to go meet with him again and to give him her thanks. That's not what happens. And then when he gets shot in the eye, here it says that after he gets shot, here it says that she attempts to turn her back on Oya, which again, it doesn't happen. The entire time after he gets shot in front of her, which, let's be honest, if I was her, after seeing that, I would seriously turn my back. I would run in the other freaking direction. It says that she tries to turn her back on him. But in my opinion, in what I read and what I saw, she's worried about him. The entire time, the other panels, I'm getting so worked up. The panels after he gets shot is just her in her bed being worried about him. How is that turning her back on him? Turning her back on him would be her not thinking about it. And when she's actually thinking about not crossing that line about just trying to avoid him, he calls her and she goes to meet him. What it says on the back, it doesn't make sense. Stop trying to sell me something that this is not. God, I'm so upset now that I've read this and think about what I read. So I just looked through this and I was wrong. I lied to you guys. The love confession doesn't happen at the end of chapter 2. It actually happens in the middle. So we don't even get a full chapter of their interactions. We only get 1.5. Chapter 2 is them doing it. They do it, and that's how the volume ends. And it ends with him buying her gifts. And then comes chapter 3. Why do I keep thinking of volumes? So I'm looking through it and I'm getting more upset. So I'm just going to end this with showing you guys this panel. Can you guys see it? This panel right here. What's with that face? I can't. I was laughing when I first saw it, and as you guys can tell, I'm still laughing. Oh my goodness. That's my opinion. That's my rant about this. I want to get rid of it, but not yet, because I really like this cover. Again, it's the only good thing about it. And I just want to end this video with, can I have my $9.99 back? Please, I would appreciate to get my money back. Just the moment when she says that she's role-playing a cat. What is that? What is role-playing a cat? Can someone explain that to me? I don't get it. I don't understand how you role-play a cat. I don't get it. Help me understand what is going on. This is not for me. It belongs in the trash, in my opinion. Will I throw it away? No, because I wasted money on it. But there's nothing I can do anymore. I can return it because it's been past the time. I would do it if I could. Again, this is only my personal opinion, and if you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. Have you guys read it? What do you think about it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it just as much as I did? Did you have issues with it? Let me know. I would like to know. Tell me the gossip. Let me know your opinions on it, honestly. Did this video interest you in reading it just to see if it's as bad as I said? It is, let me tell you. If you want to read it, just, I don't know. Don't waste your money, but then again, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and I hope I didn't bore you to death with this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.